You know how when you're doing your makeup and you're putting on your foundation and it's going on beautifully and then you get to your nose and this happens? Keep watching to ensure that doesn't happen and you get a nice even application. And no, I am not using any makeup or eyeshadow primers. You're welcome for the zoom in on my very Italian nose. By the way, I'm Jeannie. I'm a pro makeup artist. I live in Los Angeles. I work with celebrities, beauty brands, and everyone in between. Welcome to my channel. I'm starting off with a clean and dry face. I don't have any skincare on either, and that's because our first step starts with this face razor. I want to say that if you don't shave your face, you should absolutely start, because not only does it remove the baby hair and peach fuzz off of your face, it exfoliates it as well. However, when I do shave my face, I don't ever shave my nose. Why would I, right? But the one time that I did, I noticed that my foundation went on so much more smoothly than it usually does. Most of the time I have to touch up my nose with concealer because it is always patchy. That being said, I do chemically exfoliate at least twice a week and I still have an issue with patchiness on my nose. So it's not a matter of residue or any kind of dead skin buildup. I'm not sure what it is about the face razor. Maybe it's just better at exfoliating and getting the dead skin cells off of my face. Here's the razor. It's from Japanesque. I ordered it off of Amazon. It comes with one other disposable head. When this gets dull, you can just replace it. It's a straight edge razor and it's made for shaving the face. So what I normally do is I make sure that my skin is clean and dry, like I said before. I'm just gonna grab a little mirror so I have some extra control and I can really see what I'm doing. I'm going to take the edge of the razor and place it almost at about a 45-degree angle against my nose. And then I'm going to gently, with tiny strokes, go down the length of my nose and shave it. Just gonna continue to do this all around my nose, making sure to get in those little crevices. And I'm using very, very gentle pressure. You don't need to press hard for it to do the work for you. And you're going to see some sloughing off of dead skin and hair. That's what you want. I feel like this is essentially what you would call dermaplaning, right? And you don't want to go over one spot too many times because you don't want to irritate the area, especially since we're going to go straight into makeup after this. Most of the time what I'll do is I'll shave my face after I've cleansed at the end of the day and then do the rest of my skincare routine, go to bed, and then by the next day when I'm applying makeup, my skin is back to normal. Now, I did say that I wasn't using any primers. Personally, I'm not really a fan of primers, but that does not mean that I am not a fan of prepping the skin properly. To add a little extra insurance to our prepped skin, I always recommend a setting spray before any skincare or makeup. For those of you who have watched my channel before, you know that I love to use a setting spray to set my brows before I do any skincare. On the plus side, this also preps the face for whatever makeup we're going to put on top of it. The one I'm using today is the e.l.f. setting spray. It's one of my favorite drugstore products. Then one of my other tricks is I'll take a sponge and then I'll mist the setting spray onto it and then I'll just press that into my nose and all around, anywhere I have issues with patchiness. Now I'm going to continue with my skincare, starting with vitamin C. I'm using the Vitamin C Super Serum Plus from Naturium. So when I apply it, I'm not applying any to my nose. I'm avoiding adding an extra layer of product on my nose that might interfere with a smooth application. For moisturizer, I wanted to use something a little bit more emollient, a little heavier, just to show you how I would apply it onto my nose. So today I'm using the Confidence in a Cream by IT Cosmetics. I have a little on my hand right here, and I'm just gonna start, again, avoiding my nose, because I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with that in just a second. So I'm gonna take the same powder puff that has the setting spray on it, and then I'm just going to tap and grab any excess moisturizer that's left on my face and basically apply it to my nose, pressing in with pretty good pressure. This is along the same idea of not creating an extra layer of product, but also making sure that my nose is moisturized. That way the skin is still hydrated with that thin layer of product. The same idea goes for SPF as well. I'm also making sure that I'm using a sunscreen that works really well under the makeup that I'm going to be applying. This is the Round Lab Birch sunscreen. It's a Korean sunscreen, and like I said, it works really, really well under makeup. So again, just applying like I normally would, also avoiding the nose, same idea. Then taking our trusty powder puff again, grabbing a little bit of sunscreen, working it into the sponge, and then just pressing onto the nose, around the nose. You don't want to miss any spots because sunscreen is so important. For foundation, I'm using a new one that has become one of my favorites. It's the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. And I'm going to take one pump on the back of my hand with my IT Cosmetics foundation brush. I love this brush, as you know. I'm just going to start buffing product into the skin, saving the nose for last. Pretty much a theme at this point. Then I'm coming back in with my trusty sponge. This is my secret weapon, I'm telling you. And I'm just going to take a little of the foundation in the sponge, like this. and then just press it in. If I use a beauty blender or a sponge, the product will pull and it will not go on smoothly. Using this, I can control the application of the product as well as how much is going down to ensure a flawless application. And you can see for yourself, no patchiness. And that was just one pass over my nose with the sponge. So I did my concealer off camera, and when setting my under eye, I realized that I wanted to show you exactly how I would set my nose. Big surprise that I'm going to use the same sponge. Yes, I know it's damp, it has product in it that actually makes it work better. Trust me. I'm gonna take some loose powder. This is Pat McGrath, and just work the sponge into the powder, tap it off, and then just tap the nose, and it's flawless. So I just finished the rest of my face. As you can see, my nose makeup is still intact. Ever since I've been doing this technique, it really makes a difference. My nose makeup lasts all day and I don't have to touch up, which is the best thing ever. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will see you soon with a brand new tutorial.